The glass architect. In the heart of the kingdom's busiest workshop, Elara didn't mind the soot or the heat. While other apprentices practiced making simple jars, Elara was a dreamer with steady hands. She spent her nights experimenting with a secret formula. She wasn't just melting sand, she was weaving light. She wanted to create glass that could bend without breaking, something as strong as stone but as light as a bubble. After months of trial and error, Elara finally succeeded. She crafted a pair of slippers made of her flexible glass. They weren't stiff like normal shoes. They moved with her feet like a second skin. However, the glass had a strange property. It remained cloudy and milky white, hiding its true beauty. Elara smiled, knowing that the best secrets are the ones you keep until the right moment. When the invitation to the royal masquerade arrived, Elara's mentor, Anselm, urged her to go. "This is not a night for dancing, Elara," Anselm said, handing her a fine cloak. "It is a night for a master to show her work." Elara agreed. She didn't want to find a prince. She wanted the world to see what an artisan from the soot-stained streets could achieve with a little imagination. The palace was a marvel of marble, but Elara found herself looking at the ceiling joints instead of the dancers. That was where she met Julian. He wasn't interested in the loud music either. He was standing by a grand window, tracing the lines of the stonework. They began to talk, not of fairy tales, but of how a city should be built to catch the morning sun, and how a leader should listen to the hum of the streets. Hours passed like minutes. Julian spoke of his hope to build schools that lasted centuries, and Elara explained the physics of her flexible glass. Julian was captivated by her mind. "You see the world not just as it is," he said, "but as it could be." Elara realized that she had found someone who valued the blueprint of her soul more than the shine of her shoes. As the clock struck midnight, Elara knew it was time to leave her calling card. She didn't run away in a hurry. She stepped out of one slipper with deliberate care and placed it on the top step of the great staircase. She wanted to be found, but only by someone who understood that true value requires a closer look. She disappeared into the night, leaving the cloudy glass behind. The next morning, the kingdom was abuzz. Prince Julian had found the slipper, but it baffled the court. To everyone else, it looked like a dull, heavy piece of unpolished stone. "It is a trick," the courtiers grumbled. But Julian remembered the woman who spoke of light and structure. He knew the slipper was waiting for its creator to finish the story. Julian traveled throughout the city with his head of the guard, Cedric. They visited every shop and forge, but the slipper remained milky and cold whenever someone tried it on. "We are looking for an artisan, Cedric," Julian insisted, "not a socialite." He followed the scent of coal smoke and the sound of hammers until he reached the smallest workshop in the district. When they entered Elara's workshop, Julian didn't ask her to try the shoe on. He simply held it out. As soon as Elara's calloused, soot-dusted fingers touched the glass, the cloudiness vanished. A ripple of brilliant, diamond-like clarity raced through the slipper, turning it into a masterpiece of shimmering light. The flexible glass recognized the hand that had shaped it. Julian didn't ask Elara to be his bride. He asked her to be his partner. Elara was appointed the royal architect and chief advisor. Together, they rebuilt the kingdom with bridges that swayed in the wind and windows that never shattered. Elara proved that she didn't need luck or a magic spell. She had her craft, her character, and the vision to build a world that was as strong as it was beautiful.